My name is Ronald Henry, a project officer from National Taxpayers Association. As an organization, we advocate for governance, accountability. We also advocate for proper tax so that the common mwananchi to at least be enlightened from the yoke of the taxes, which are mostly they are cumbersome to them and it's a burden to them. As a project officer, I'm implementing a project known as Hatua Zaidi. That means deepening citizen power for accountable governance, which is based in Nandi. I've been implementing this project for the past 2 years. This project basically deals with the governance, where we try to strengthen the governance structures for Nandi County. We also deal with the citizen participation, whereby we try to bridge the gap between citizen and governance, to just educate the citizen of Nandi, to encourage them to do more of public participation so that they can be accommodated in the development in Nandi. First, we've been doing radio talk shows, which we've done with them. These radio talk shows we just did with the civic educators, whereby they educate the mass on the public finance management. They also educate the mass on the public participation and also the budget cycle. Apart from that, we've also managed to do various activities such as trainings. In terms of trainings, we've trained the ward development committees, which are about 210 in Nandi County. We've also trained their chairs, known as ward development committee chairs. There are about 30 of them. We've done that. In the training, we do the same. We train them about the finance, public finance management, public participation, budget cycle also. We've also done a lot of civic education in the communities, whereby we've used various community action groups that are referred to as trainer of trainers. These communities have reached various communities in Nandi. Their work also to try to simplify for the common mwananchi that may not have the same level of education as others, in terms of understanding the governance tools, documents, such as the Nandi Equitable Development Act, also in regards to budget cycle and the public finance management also. So they try to educate this common mwananchi in their simple language so that they can manage to understand, so that they can engage in public participation. So we've been doing that, and I'd like to say that I believe there's an impact that have been gained, because since we started the project, we've been seeing a positive impact in terms of public participation, whereby these citizens are actively engaging their duty bearers or government leaders in various forums just to question them or to try to ask them in order to understand some of the things. So it's been good. And in regards to that also, we've realized that Nandi County governments has been responsive, because you find like most of the forums, most of their leaders are always there to just show concerns and also to get their insight of what challenges they face. So it's been good. There's also been a good political goodwill from now the county executive or the leaders, whether it is members of county assembly. They have welcomed this project positively, and I really appreciate them on that. One of the ways that we've been helping each other or partnership with the Nandi County leaders is for example, them being ready to come to our trainings, to to just address some of the concerns, as I had said earlier, of the mwananchi. So that has really helped a lot. Apart from that also, we've been, the Nandi County government leaders have been mobilizing for participation or the attendance of our trainings, so that at least we get various stakeholders to attend these trainings that we've been training to achieve the participation, public participation aspect.
My name is Godfrey Kevolwe. I'm a person living with disability. I come from Kapsabet Ward, Mgwente constituency, Nandi County. I represent a group known as a Network for Community Development. It's a CBO based in Nandi County. We do various activities that majorly entails dealing with number one, youth engagement, number two, inclusivity in terms of PWDs, ensuring that their voices are heard, number three, empowerment of the youth, and also community mobilization and engagement with youth, women, and PWDs. Before this project, as a person who is differently able, we had a lot of problems. That is, number one, inclusivities of the persons living with disability in public participation. When you go to a public participation before, we had one problem of inclusivity, whereabout people living with disability were secluded in the public participation. You could go to a public participation and find out that there are a deaf community and there are no sign language interpreters, and also the venues for public participation. You could find out that there are no ramps, there are no way that a person living with disability would be able to access. So accessibility was a problem for us. The project supported our participation in various ways. They equipped us with the knowledge, with the understanding of the equalization fund. At least it gave us ile nguvu ambayo tulikuwa tunahitaji, at least for a better participation. If I could mention, where we are right now, we are at Eliud Kipchoge Sports Complex, which ilikuwa na host the public participation forums. So in these public participation forums, unaweza kuja hapa upate that hakukuwa na ramp. So majorly we had to go down and to actually try to influence the budget in order for us to get a ramp hapa hivi, and actually we've actually succeeded in that. We've actually gotten was it financial year 25-26, we got an allocation of 5 million for the building of a ramp for the PWD, so that it will be accessible to them. Number two, we've made a quite progress, because right now during the public participation process, you could find out that they always ensure that there is a sign language interpreter in all the forums. Or the moment that we felt hard when we had a public participation for CFSP, where we actually involved the leadership of the county and told them we raised our issues with regards to the disability inclusion. That is number one. Number two, we right now we don't have a disability policy for Nandi County, but due to the engagement that we had, we've actually been able to come up with the Disability Mainstreaming Act that is supposed to be passed by the County Assembly lately this July. So I think that is one of the moments that I can say that we've actually engaged and something happened. And also we engaged the county government on that public participation, basing it on creation of ramp for this Eliud Kipchoge Sport Complex, and we've actually gotten a fruit out of that. Yeah, that is a success story for me.
My name is Kennedy Tarus, ward committee member from Kapsabet Ward here in Kapsambacha village. My role as a community ward development, my role as a community ward development is to make sure that the community know their right by connecting them with the county. The main challenges we had at the ward level is that most projects were carried on before without the knowledge of the community members. Through the coming of the NTA, the support of this project came into by the engagement of the community members, and they came up knowing their right, and with that, from now on, the community members are ready and they know when the projects are taking place, when the projects are taking place, and when they need to chip in. We as the ward community, we engage the community and made sure that they attend public participation and to know their projects and know that the money the county are giving are theirs, and they need to assess the projects and see what the projects are going on. Yeah, there's more increment in participation of the community members through the public participation, through the engagement of the gatekeepers, the chiefs, the MCAs. They've come up together that when there's a baraza, they notify the community, and the community have taken it positive. Mostly the gatekeepers are the one who are given the information, and some of the gatekeepers, they keep the information to themselves. But the most we can use the radio stations so that we give the information to the public domain so that they can know that public participation is open to each and everyone, not only the gatekeepers.
Kwa majina mimi ni Justus Nyangoto, mzaliwa wa hapa, nimekaa hapa, nimelelewa hapa, hapa ni nyumbani. Tunashukuru sana kwanza kuundiwa barabara kutoka pale, na tukuwa na barabara. Hii barabara ina connect kwa uwanja na showground. Na hii barabara vile iliundwa tulishukuru. Ichapokuwa hii barabara ukiangalia ni kidogo sana, hata gari mbili haipiti, na mlima yenyewe vile imewekwa iko very step. Pikipiki ile nyingine ikitoka huko na huko, ile gia kuitoa huko ndo ipandishe kule, ile speed na kuja nao, na tuna watoto hapa, tunataka tuweke barrier zetu, tuweke pumps zetu sasa kwa lazima, na hiyo italeta accident. Tuliweka mbili pale na hapo juu, pikipiki ile kukuja ndio iongeze iende, sasa kufunga pale ndio ikuje, tukapata tunakosa accident. So tunaipenda hii barabara, na hii barabara ina connect mahali kubwa sana. Inatoka Kamobo kuja showground, ifike pale ienda Musobecho. Ikifika Musobecho ni barabara kubwa, ni ya town. Tulienda tukaongea na MCA wetu tukiwa na township, akatuambia iko kwa process, wakitoka Namgoi wanakuja kwa hii. Kwa hivyo hii barabara hatuna barabara nyingine, ni hii tu, na inapitisha vitu mingi. Tungelipenda tu kuheshima, tunaomba kaunti yetu pata mtu mzuri akuja na watu apanue hii barabara na hii stepness, kama inawezekana wairudishe chini. Kiangalia hii bridge kutoka hapa na hapa vile imewekwa, kweli hii bridge ni kidogo. Hata hapa ukiangalia tuna njia ya maji pale. Hii barabara ni kubwa, lakini hii bridge iwezi pitisha hata gari mbili, ni kidogo. Hata utoka hapa mpaka hapa, kukinyesha hii bridge ukiangalia maji saa zingine inakuja katikati, haipitiki, na hatuna barabara nyingine. Tulikuwa ukienda showground mpaka upite juu uende uzunguke, na hii ndio center yetu ya kununua chakula. So hii barabara inabeba hiki kijiji yote. Hiki kijiji population yetu tuko 2000 na kitu. Tukirudi inabeba watu wengi. Hii population tuko nayo hapa tunatosha barabara.
I'm called Chospot Amoshe Ambei from Kapsabet Ward, TOT, National Taxpayers Association. We participated in public participation at Kapsabet and also Kiminda, Kiprapket. The area, the community here were in the problem of getting water, and due to this, through the MCA, the community raised the problem to the MCA, and the MCA came and with the county government officials of water and sanitation programs, they came and surveyed the area, and they agreed this area was good for that project, and they started the project. Yes, it was good because public participation was done, community was involved, though they were not all the community members, because many community members had not taken public participation as such. Since the project started, people of this community have benefited from water. It has saved time for women looking for water, and also it has keep time for people to do the other work activities. Economic activities has improved. Uptake of clean water has come up, and the community have reduced in water-related illnesses. NDA has supported us, has encouraged us, and have made us become confident. The challenges still remain to be addressed, mostly on public participation and also some budget making process. I think there is still a challenge because there is other projects in the community which have never been covered. So if good public participation is carried out, other issues can be sorted out.
Jina yangu naitwa Wilson Kipkemboi Beth. Mimi ni mkaaji ya Kamopo location. Sasa hapa ni Kolong. Hii project vile imekuja imekuwa mzuri. Enye sisi tunataka si ni phase 1. Sasa wamelete hiyo mapipe na kutosha wakaaji. Sasa nilikuwa naomba hiyo phase 2 wakiallocate pesa ngine waongeze mapipe kuliko kujenga tangi ngine, kwa sababu hii maji ilienda mpaka Simderet pale juu. Sasa ingekuwa sasa hii ingesaa hapa peke yake kwanza, alafu hiyo phase 2 iende Simderet. Ilikuwa na public participation yenye ilifanyika pale St. Peter's Kapsabet. Sasa sisi tulienda pale tukaongea mpaka ikaenda Turu. Sasa wakasema watakuja kuidentify mtoni yenye iko na maji mingi. Sasa wakakuja waliona mitoni 4 hii na kuna ngine pande ile na kuna ngine pale kwa shule. Sasa wakakuja wakachagua hii. Public participation ni mzuri, angalau inasaidia, lakini anafanyika mbali. Sasa kuanzia hapa mpaka Kapsabet unapita 100. Sasa watu wachache wenye wanaenda pale ni wachache. Wenye sasa wangetaka project nyingine isukumwe ni watu wachache. Sasa ingekuwa karibu. Kama hiyo public participation inafanyika hapa Kolong Center, ingekuwa karibu. Sasa hii wananchi wangetoa views yao, wasema kwamba tunataka hii, tunataka hii. Sasa wenye tulienda pale tulikuwa wadogo, tulikuwa chache. Sasa tukasukuma maji. Sasa maji imekuja. Na tunaambia MCA asante kwa vile alijaribu. MCA yenye alikuwa mbeleni hakufanya mambo kama hii. Hakulete public participation. Hii MCA yenye iko saa hii Matata. Sasa alilete hii public participation, wakaita watu, wakaenda sasa akasema tutatengeneza maji ya Kolong. Alafu sasa si imeenda Turu. Sasa wameita tena watu, tumeenda tumefanya public participation crop care. Lakini hiyo ijarudi. Sasa wakasema watatengeneza bridge pale, taraja kubwa. Sasa mimi naona sasa hiyo kwa sababu watu walishirikiana pamoja itaenda Turu. Na hiyo ilienda through public participation.
I am Philemon Serem Keter, Senior Assistant Chief Ibanja Sublocation, Kaptumo Kaboi Ward. Our role in conducting citizens in our county government is that we normally engage in educating our citizens on what they are supposed to be knowing in our county and national. Before the project is that there are some projects which they were supposed to be undertaken, but they were not done. So after the project coming in is when we saw the positive impacts during that time. After the project coming in is when the citizens felt that they were with the county government. So they got that opportunity maybe to ask their rights on the developments that are supposed to be done in this county ward. Before the project, we had a few people coming for public participation, but the project came in and we saw people knowing the importance of this public participation. So they've been coming in many numbers. When the date has been given for public participation, we request that they may be reminded and posters be made, publicity be made also during on TVs, radios, and these are the forums that are within the ward.
My name is Emmanuel Kogei Lagat. I'm a resident of Kaptumo Kaboi Ward, born and grown in this town, in this small town that is coming up. I'm a community member. I love public participation. I love civic engagements. I love matters social accountability and the likes. Yeah, I've been participating in public forums. It has been my thing. It is. I can even equate it to say that it is my calling. I always make sure that when in any place where there are matters public discussed, that I avail myself there so that I can be able to gain more knowledge, more experience, be able to engage with our leaders, so that we can know what is in for us in any public engagement that there comes. We realize that county governments have come to be, devolution is almost turning 13 years, and this was a thing that was not there before. So you find that it's a new thing coming up, but it's good that the Kenyans have really picked the idea of devolution very nicely, and we find that it's shaping up. Public engagements are coming up. For example, I only attended a public participation forum on 19th of February this month. It was a process in the budget making process, the CIDP stage, where we participated in a public engagement. So public engagements were never that serious before. They were never taken seriously before, but we see the idea coming up. Through civic engagement, civic education, it is now something that people are uptaking, and we are seeing fruits. You see, the radio talk shows stood out for me because, most people listen to radio stations. People tune in to radio stations, either local or nationwide. So you find that these talk shows are meant to educate the public. More people at a glance get to know about these programs. And they get to engage. Information gets out there within a very short period of time. So it stood out for me because, people did not expect that at one point matters public participation and matters engagement in civic duty and civil and social responsibility would be the topic of the day or topics in radio stations. So it stood out for me because, we are just used to radio stations, maybe sometimes talking about matters romance and stuff, but now we are talking about big topics and big things now coming up in the ground. I feel more comfortable, more engaged, better knowledge. I feel better prepared. I know what I'm going to speak to. I know what I'm going to question. I know what is in for us. I know the exact questions to ask. I know when to ask, how to ask. So public and civic engagements have really equipped me, have really bettered myself to be able to deal with our leaders. Sometimes they are, they are what they are, but we appreciate. But we are able to go there. They say that people respect knowledge. When you come at a point of knowledge, they respect you, they respond to you better, and they actually know that there are people behind who are actually looking into this thing, introspecting what we are doing and expecting results from their position as leaders. So we are there to fact check, to keep them in check and make sure that they actually serve us as our leaders. I feel like NTA should... the National Taxpayers Association is you can just feel from the name. It's a really prudent name, really chartered. You see, we pay taxes. You can ask any other person in Kenya right now. The first topic they would want to discuss in a public engagement is matters taxes. So I feel like we are being given a forum where we want to know how our taxes count. What we pay to the exchequer at the end of the month, what is being deducted from our salaries, remember, everybody pays taxes. Even when you just buy a simple good from the supermarket, is included over VAT that is taken up somewhere. So NTS program should continue. More civic engagement is necessary. More public participations are necessary. More public civic education should be rolled out. People should be called to forums. People should be taught about what NTA is all about and how NTA, in partnership with the local communities, can even foster more engagements, foster more training, foster more participation, so that we can make sure that we aim at getting better. For example, Nandi County, from the Control of Budget report, was ranked among the best counties in the absorption of development expenditure. But in the CIDP meeting that I attended the other day, I remember we were questioning the CCM Finance that, okay, we were ranked among the best, actually the best, at an development absorption expenditure rate of around 54 point something %. But actually, we are still asking for more. We want to get to 60, want to get to 65, want to get to 70% of our development expenditure rate. We can only achieve this by getting better prepared, understanding what projects are in place for us in a financial year, and having to make sure that we know and we follow up through civic engagements and civic participation, that we follow up with the administration to ensure that these projects are actually implemented. We noticed that a missing link was the civic participation in the implementation of projects. So through training, enough training, facilitated training, this can be boosted.
My name is Albert Bombo, a member of the Nandi Civil Society Network, and also a member of the Nandi County Youth Bunge Association, a youth group majorly focusing on governance, accountability, and service delivery to the people. As Nandi County Youth Bunge, we played a role of training the community members on the Nandi County Development Act and the budget making process in general.
Is there any?
Number one, there was an apathy by the community members of attending public participations, since they knew that public participation was used as a rubber stamp process by the county government to pass the projects and services that are wanted by the county government officials and the area's MCS. So they usually see no need for them to attend the public participation. But with the coming in of the project by NTA, National Taxpayers Association, we've seen some quite tremendous improvement in matters public participation attendance. And even if you attend to the public participation, the kind of questions you hear the common wananchi asking the county government officials proves that there is some good improvement there. One of the key changes I've observed as this program began is the use of the county implementation committees, the PAMC's project implementation committees by the county government in implementing community projects. For example, the community projects are there is a project at the county sub-county hospital here. We have a water project done by the county government under the Equitable Land Development Act of 2023. Community members are being involved in the implementation. That's one major change that I've seen. The county government has tried on its part by making sure that the budget documents are available on our request as the CSO, so that we can scrutinize the documents well and play the part of social accountability well.
What lessons or focus should inform the next phase of projects according to your view?
I feel that the National Taxpayers Association the next phase of the project should focus more on training the ward identification committees and the project implementation committees, so that they get to understand their roles. And then most of the project identification committees that do not understand the budgeting process as a whole. For example, you go to a public participation. Last week, on Thursday, we were at the Kipchoge complex, subjecting the CFSP 2026 to public participation. But you find that some of the chairmen or some of the committee members are focusing on other documents. They don't understand in reality. When we're heading to a public participation, are we going to a public participation to look into or to subject the CFSP? Is it the CIDP? Is it the ADP? Or is it the program-based budget that we are subjecting to? So you find the members putting up issues that should be on the program-based budgets, raising it to the current CFSP, which should not be a matter of this current 13 years in devolution.
Over the last 2 days, I've managed with my team to do monitoring and evaluation, just to see on which areas needs to be strengthened, adjusted, and also the area that we've hit. So much have been managed to achieved. So many projects have been erected For example, there are some of the bridges, roads, water projects that the Nandi County government has come through. And this is due to now the public participation that we've managed to educate the common wananchi. As this project come to close, we envision to use Nandi County as a pilot studies to other countries. So because of the good success that we've managed to achieve of the governance,